Your boy Donnie Death Drop here. On the left, Marky Pins.
What's up, yo?
On the top right, you got the Sunday Night Savior, the other Jeff.
Yeah.
And on the bottom right, he might have to do his introduction one more time because he is still brand new to the Chatcast. Sir, what is your name?
It doesn't matter what it is.
Infinite Indian Inspiration. Live and in color, bitches.
Excuse me, I'm gonna die. Why won't this wig come off?
Why? Oh, yes. She's a man.
This time, and don't be a dickhead.
Usually, what? Go ahead. What?
After I say bye, am I allowed to hang up or do I have to wait still?
No, usually he pushes the pause button and then we talk for 3 seconds, say goodbye, and then you can.
Yeah,
usually
we do like the hey, nice job. See, do it again next week. We'll be in touch, like that type of thing. And then we got to do that. You're gone.
Like normal humans do,
Yeah.
I'm not normal.
No shit.
You're not human.
All right,
we still
guys.
thought you knew how Skype worked. Apparently not.
Triple I.
Oh, shit. I just kicked the table. I dropped the iPad. My bad.
I thought you knew how Skype worked.
I don't.
This Chatcast is going to hell already. Oh boy, here.
Oh my god. He oozes charisma and I just ooze all around when I see him.
Look
Look
Look at how smiley he gets when he talks about orange. Look at him. Look at him. It's like somebody's tickling him.
Normally, I don't like orange. Like, I see Jeff, I cringe. But when I just ooze all the time. I sweat in case I know when to sweat. I get excited.
I can see this. Look, you're vibrating. You're like glowing right now. Look at you.
I
It's
love
just
it.
orange. Wait, let me say it. Wait. Hold on. Let me say it. Cassidy.
But I'm looking at this, though. I'm looking at this. So I pulled up the Wikipedia page for the Vancouver Canucks.
I was tired 10 seconds ago. I'm not anymore.
No.
I'm
Killer
looking at this,
rejuvenated the Chatcast.
Son of a bitch.
I'm pulling up the Wikipedia page. I think there's a mistake here because it says division championships for the Canucks. They've got 10. President's trophies, they have 2. Conference championships, they have 3, but it's a Stanley Cup 0. That can't be right. The Canucks, with how great of a franchise they are, they had to have many more Stanley Cups than 0.
They had 3 shots. They had 3 shots.
Because 0 is none, right? 0 is the same as none? It's the same
They
as
were the-
like...
They were
It's
the
like less
conference
than 1. It's less than
conference
1,
champions
right?
3 times, right? 3 times. They were conference champion.
That
means you went to the Stanley Cup final 3 times, right?
And you're 0 for 3.
3 times and 0 for 3. Guy, you're out. Strike 3. Don't even. You can't. It's over.
I've won as many Stanley Cups as the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. So
I don't
bad.
have chest hair.
I do.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I
some.
shaved.
I'll give you some.
Mine's turning gray, and some of it, I'll give you the gray.
Oh, okay.
But no, that any ladder match,
The
especially
shit
I think
that you come up with during the midst of a serious conversation, Triple I. What in
Why do you
the
think
fuck are you? What's going through your mind right now? Let us know. What's going through your mind at this particular moment? No, let's go.
Know, Johnny.
Let's
don't
go.
want to know, Johnny.
Let's
This
go.
is a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
This wasn't my fault, to quote the famous Gene Snitsky. Okay, you were talking about Money in the Bank, and then the Sunday Night Savior and Marky Pins decided to digress from the topic and go onto their own thing, and they talked about chest hairs. So blame it on them. It wasn't my fault.
And then you see the formation of the Brothers of Destruction for real. And holy flying fuck, what a feud did they have with the 2-man power trip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
What the fuck was that?
That was his one-man power trip.
What the fuck?
Because in my mind, while you were talking JD squared, okay, in my mind I was
It's Johnny
thinking,
D squared. Get it right.
okay.
There's more talented women for her to work with. So
Can
she
you
show off her
imagine the dream
abilities.
matches that could happen in WWE?
Yeah, with her against Charlotte, her against Rhea. You know, those are the two that you think of because of the physical
What the fuck are
nature
you doing
of.
over there?
Sorry, there is a moth that is the size of Rhode Island that just flew in my window under my air conditioner. It is
So it's not
huge.
So it's not very big if it's Rhode Island.
Yeah.
On the scale of moths, that's a pretty big fucking moth. That thing was huge.
But
I was trying to whip the shit out of it with the closest thing to me, so I didn't.
just throw
Anyway.
your phone at it or the iPad at it.
I can't. To the Undertaker, the hashtag thankyoutaker doesn't mean enough. I thank you for making me love wrestling even more when I was a kid. Thank you for showing me that despite what was on television, that I could cheer for the bad guy and love it. It was supposed to only cheer for the good guys. I loved the Undertaker when I was a kid just because of how different he was. Thank you, Taker, for coming in with one of my favorite other promo guys in WWF, Brother Love. Thank you for basically giving us a reason to be so invested in wrestling. And there are times when you could be invested in something and there's like an end game goal in sight. A lot of times the end game goal was to see the Undertaker on my TV. Thank you for making that happen. Toward your later years when we hadn't seen you in forever, when I was 30, 35 years old, sitting down watching wrestling with my 3-4-year-old son, the gong would hit in a random episode of Monday Night Raw, and I'd watch my 4-year-old get super excited because I told him how much I loved the Undertaker growing up and how much of a character he was for me and how much I absolutely loved it the year that I was the Undertaker for Halloween. Then I got to share that with my son and watch the joy on his face. Thank you for the experience. 2000, I think it was 13, I went to a SmackDown in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I got to witness the Undertaker's entrance, a tombstone, everything. I got the absolute experience. It was the only time in my life that I got the whole experience, and it chilled me that night. It was my Facebook profile picture forever, was the Undertaker going like this with the moon in the background and everything. Thank you for keeping me a wrestling fan for 30 years of my life when a lot of other parts of wrestling was really crap. You could look forward to the Undertaker.
Sunday Night Savior.
It's hard to follow that.
Sorry, I had to stop myself. I could have kept going for another 20 minutes. I had to stop.
What I could say for the hashtag thank you Taker is I grew up with you, Taker. We talked earlier tonight. I was just about 7 years old, probably a week or two after my 7th birthday, that you made your debut as the Undertaker, and I was infatuated from moment one. Wanted to know more, wanted to see more. Every chance I got, every time I played the video games, I used the Undertaker. It's that character is so great, and the reason the character is so great is the man that played the character is so great. And it's as Maki mentioned, it kept me interested. There was never a time when the Undertaker was on my TV where I was not interested. There's very, very few people in any form of entertainment that I could say that about. Athletes or, from sports or TV or whatever. So for you to do that for 30 plus years and to put your life basically into that business to entertain me is amazing to me. I don't know, the best way I can say it is with his loyalty, because I think if he did make the switch and as Mark Calloway went to WCW and tried to do some version of the Undertaker character, I think it would have cheapened the character. I think it would have cheapened his career. So his loyalty, your loyalty, Taker, was something he made. And to go through all the physical stuff you went through, I know later in your career it was WrestleMania match, surgery, training, WrestleMania match, surgery. Like, that's how you were able to get to perform. And the dedication that you had is unmatched. And the meaning you had to this business is unmatched. So, again, thank you, Taker.
Triple A.
So, you mentioned about entertainment value. So I'm actually trying to keep this serious for the most part. So,
Well, that's the plan.
Thanks. So my message to the Undertaker is, I became a wrestling fan when I was 8 years old, and believe it or not, my first real hero was actually Bret Hart. But it wasn't until soon after that I discovered the Undertaker, the presence you presented, the character you portrayed, this real life persona that you cannot find anywhere else. I had grandparents that died. I went to a funeral. I didn't see an Undertaker there. I only saw an Undertaker on WWE TV. Jeff mentioned that there's not too many times in which you don't change the channel for a WWE event, a sporting event, or whatever. The Undertaker, I agree, was one of the very few superstars within the WWE in which I did not change the channel for you. You always gave it an A+ effort, in and out of the ring. The consistency of 30 years, the dedication, the loyalty. So I'm rehashing everything that Maki and Jeff said. But I want to thank you for something else as well that luckily those two did not point out. I want to thank the Undertaker for not only entertaining us for 30 years, but the personal sacrifices you made that we don't know about, that we'll probably never find out about. For 30 years, you're on the road. Guess what? That means you're sacrificing your family time. You're sacrificing time with marriage, your kids, other family members, with your friends. And you're sacrificing your mental health, your physical health, your well-being. You're sacrificing your life. So not only do we thank you for being this awe-inspiring character of the Undertaker, but I thank you for dedicating your life, your personal life, and putting us, the fans, over your family, because that's often what WWE superstars do. And you did that for 30 years. WWE superstars you're lucky if you can make it 10 years, which is a third of what you did. So you sacrificed your personal life for us. I would never do that. I would never sacrifice my personal life for anyone for entertainment value. So for you to do that to us, thank you is not enough. But just eternally grateful is more like it. So thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's my turn. First off, before I continue, I want everybody to spam "Thank You, Taker" in the chat as much as possible, because after this, we are concluding the Chatcast. Take, there's nothing really much. I mean, there's a lot I can say. There's a lot I can say about you, man. But I want to thank you for being a role model in my life, from being a kid all the way till now. You're the one that got me into wrestling. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do without you, bro. I have no idea what I'm going to do without you. You kept me in wrestling for a while, and at as much as I'm going to be a true wrestling fan all the way through, whether you're here or not, you meant so much to me personally. I'm basically one of your biggest fans, and I brag about this to you guys quite a bit as well.
It's well known. No, we've talked a lot. He's been your favorite all time.
I've even decided, and I showed these guys earlier, what I have on my vest I'm a Harley owner, obviously, as much as you are. I put a patch on my vest for you. And that's really how much you mean to me, dude. I mean, it's... For 30 years, you have done nothing but dominate, be loyal to this company. The respect that I have for you, you're more than my dad. Let's be honest. I respect you more than a lot of other people, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the memories, for the moments, for the outstanding 30-plus years of sacrifice that you have gone through between your body, your personal life, your family. I felt like, honestly, I feel like I'm spoiled. And I shouldn't have gotten 30 years of The Undertaker. But because of your sacrifice, because of what you had to go through, thank you for following AEW Golden. I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. You meant so much to me. I can't even put it into words. I can't. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss seeing you every year at WrestleMania. We're all going to get through it. We're all going to get over the fact that Taker isn't going to be in the ring anymore at WrestleMania. And we can also get over the fact that you're probably never going to step foot in the squared circle again. But I know this isn't the last time we're going to see you. Well, next time I see you, hopefully, is at the Hall of Fame in 2021. Thank you, Taker.
Thank you, Taker.
Thank you, Taker. Thank you, Taker.
Taker. Absolutely. Forever, too.